Can you hear me? I'm not sure if you can or not, but we will commence. So I'm going to go back through some of your analyses from last week and give you feedback, and then I'll go through the charts for you. So what he has here is a strong horizontal. I don't know if that trend line works for me. It's been crossed too many times, so I wouldn't include that. I'm not sure what you're showing here, other than perhaps convergence. Again, I'm not sure what you're showing from there either. But effectively what we've got is RSI converting. So this was a good trade setup below the EMA's resistance of the EMA. What we don't have is SID fib retracement resistance. I can't see that there. I'll just go and draw it myself. CAD Swiss. You're looking at it over here. So we would start your Fibonacci on this day and take it to there, and we can see that it was getting the 50 fib, which is roughly about the same as that horizontal line as well. So just be careful with your trend lines. Make sure that you're needing at least two touches and reacting to the third. So I wouldn't have given them that one. You said fib, but it's not on there. You just see me put it on. Risk target of 82.99. Risk of 1 to 1.64, 0.5%, lot size 0.21. You should have got that because it got to 82.99, didn't it? Yeah, I got to 82.47. So it was a good trade. Okay. Next one. This came in on Wednesday. So again, you can't say the trend line because that's only the second touch. Moving average support, moving average above both of them. Got bullish. What is this? Euro CAD. That's the same as the CAD Swiss. Effectively, you've got horizontal. You've got the fib correct. What else is there? Horizontal support. 7, there's resistance. Fibonacci. RSI is converting. Yeah, just the only thing I've mentioned here is the trend line. You can't give that as support, being the second touch. If you had this went from here to here and then said that touch, then you could accept that because you trade off the third. Just joining two lines together doesn't give you a trend line support. Okay, and that was around this period of time, and you're looking at that. So you can effectively say, let's get rid of those two things, and say from here to there, and now you're getting trend line support. If you join those two. So, but guys, in regards to the sound, you should read this letter that or the email I sent out. Okay. You're just going to have to watch it on YouTube. For some people the sound is good, for other people the sound is not, so you'll just have to watch the YouTube effectively. I do apologise about that, but I can't work out why some people can hear it and some people can't. So that, yeah, just be careful with that trend lines, okay? This came in, this email again was Wednesday. Aussie dollars thing. Lower highs, lower lows, low moving averages, resistance. Well, I would say yes to that. Didn't touch it, but it's come back and shied away from it, so I'd say yes. Trend line, no. Thin divergence. Yeah, you could say that from that last time it was back at the 50, yes. Okay. You asked how your fib was. Probably do your fib from up here. I'll go and have a look at that from up there. Well, yeah, so there's the fib there. We can see that see this Fibonacci support here, the 50. I didn't quite get there at this stage. Okay, and if you go off that low there, well, we're above that, so yeah, I think that move there is just a continuation of this whole move here, so you should have your Fibonacci from up there. Okay. The second one, CAD Swiss. I won't be entering the order on the CAD Swiss due to ECB. Okay. But your analysis is all good. Slight hidden divergence there, isn't there? Yeah. And get your fib in the right place. That's good. And as a general question, if you're looking for horizontal resistance in a downtrend, just a sec. If you're looking for horizontal resistance in a downtrend, find that the horizontal is more of a support than the resistance is still a valid horizontal. Yeah. Support and resistance lines, they can, once it is support, can become resistance and vice versa. So if it's actually your market is supported above that horizontal, then you should probably discount the trade or realise that your risk reward is probably limited. In 1999, for Aussie Sim, it might be a little old, but it could still be there. Right. Pound Aussie came in on Wednesday. Not sure what that blue line is. I don't think that's necessary to have that in there. We're looking to go long. This checklist is a trend continuation checklist, so that would suggest that you're going with the trend, and this trend is clearly up, and the moving averages pointing up, and we're above the moving averages, and so therefore, are you trading off this and what this horizontal level is? You're buying it at 84 and you stop at 82. So yeah, you're looking to go long off here. I think that's probably a quite risky trade. You want to be coming off the 50 EMA, not really the 20. If you're going to do the 20, I'd be doing 0.25%, not 0.5%. Okay, so just be careful of that. I'm not sure how that went. Yeah, so going nowhere really, isn't it? It's more looking to do a phase 2 than a phase 1. CAD Swiss. CAD Swiss. Yeah, this has been a beautiful one for us to be trading recently. Not sure what those lines are indicating for us. Trend continuation, 84.38. Yeah, it should have been in there. And your Fibonacci's incorrect, and that's the same with the pound Aussie. This is the same person. Your pound Aussie Fibonacci, you've got there. Drawing this is for your extensions. As you can see, the price bounced off 1.618. What you need to have is the fib from here to here, as which I've shown you before at the start of this recording. And you should be getting these orange ones as resistance. These are for your trend continuation. You need to be hitting the orange ones, so you must have your Fibonacci from here to here. Yeah, it's just this low here that it's reacting to, so you can't give that a point there. Okay, so in your continuation, you said retracement. Now your retracements are these orange ones. The green ones are your extensions. Okay, so just make sure you're reading what you're actually doing and following through with that. Okay. CAD Swiss. So you've already done this. Again, yeah, it's the same thing. You've got to make sure you get that Fibonacci in the right place, okay? And these red lines are for the phase 2. And you're seeing the divergence here, across here, across here, that divergence for the phase 2. But back to the EMA, but you now should have this, I'll show you where you should have it. For this new phase 1, you should have it there like that, and you're getting those retracement numbers, the 50 retracement, okay? A bit more practice on that one. If you could do that and send them through, that'd be good, please. Another one that came on Wednesday. See, that's where the fib should be. That's good. You've got a resistance line here. Yes, your stop's above that. That's good. Target's 81.20. I might get there. Lower highs, below, yes, horizontal, yeah, major levels. Fib retracement resistance, yes, trend line resistance. We don't have it there, but you said yes. I know there is, but yeah. It's good stuff. I like your analysis. Proposed trade of the Aussie dollar off the 20 EMA. Again, high risk. I'm risking 0.25%. Good. To me, that's more of a just trading sideways. Sorry about the dogs. Yeah, it's trading sideways, this Aussie dollar, so I think this is quite risky. Lower highs, lower lows, horizontal resistance, fib, got that fib there, the 50, okay. Resistance level of 90 cents. I think we're back there now, aren't we, thanks to non-farm payrolls. So this would, it's not ideal trading off the 20. You probably can see why. When you come and look at yeah, coming off the 20 is quite risky, and there's no real trend for the last month or so. Your extension on the question. Do you consider fib extension still valid after the cycle is complete? I.e., is it still a valid extension for the subsequent cycles as well? Example, the attach shows it phase 2 from the 1.618, and the next cycle also reversed at the same fib line. Yeah, look, it might be this fib line here, as you've drawn this here, and you've got that cycle line has come up again, forming a double top. I would suggest, yes, the fibs can be valid from cycle to cycle, but more about the fib is actually now become a horizontal resistance level, and the euro has done that quite a few times. So, yeah, it's more about being that horizontal resistance rather than a cycle to cycle. That makes sense. Pound Kiwi came in on Thursday. Bank of England meeting on monetary policy. Look, if you're concerned about the central banks, don't trade. Quite simply. Pound Kiwi. I think the pound Kiwi is back to where it started, wasn't it? Yeah. So, yeah, if you're concerned about the central banks, don't do it. It's simple, just wait till afterwards. Put your analysis here. You've got this, you've got horizontal. Yeah. Analysis is sound. Fibonacci, that's all good. We've done that really well. And yeah, if you're concerned about the Bank of England or any central bank, quite simply don't trade them. Okay, this one came in Friday morning. Let's disregard the email I sent the other day. This is not current. Aussie Swiss. Drew the fibs. The fib from there. Again, this I would have done my fib from up here. Seems to be a bit of a double bottom there. A bit of a double bottom here, and the price has just gone sideways. You should have had an order under this ring high. Obviously failed, so you cancel it. But your fib should be from up here to that low. That should be your fib there. Okay. Coming off this is just a reversal bar and a downtrend. It's not an actual phase 2, so it's not a cycle. I think that's where you had yours from. Yeah, it's just a reversal bar and a downtrend. It's not an actual phase 2. Okay. Other than that, this horizontal and yeah, price is going sideways, so it might set up again. Didn't trigger, so just keep an eye on this one. Okay. This came in Friday after the BOJ. Was that after? I think it might have been. I can't remember. Trading on this day, so you would have been in and probably got triggered in, and you're still in the trade. Your stop should be underneath this bar once it's completed. But you got that horizontal trend line, got support there. Again, your analysis sounded, I like the fact that you've gone with 0.5% risk. Horizontal, this came in Thursday. I do apologise, I'm only getting to it now, where our emails are down, as you might have been aware. You're saying a ring low with the horizontal support is strong enough to get into a trade. I understand what you're trying to say. I just kind of disagree. I prefer it to be coming off the EMA. And I think it was coming off the 20 EMA there, and therefore it should have been 0.25% risk, not 0.5%. And I think this one, well, I know this got tanked on the non-farm payrolls on Friday night. And that's not a trend line support. In the way you're saying trend line support, that's not trend line support. I'm not sure what that blue line is, but you can't give that a point when it's out there. You're showing divergence here for phase 2. You've highlighted that. So the answer to your question was no. Aussie Swiss and Euro CAD. Non-farm payrolls wouldn't have affected the Aussie Swiss. Trend line. I think it's a bit dubious of a trend line, but and your fib started way too high. Your fib should be up here, out as it comes underneath the 50. This is the new downtrend. RSI is converging. RSI's following price action. This is all set up, and your question of should you stay out of the non-farm payrolls, you'd definitely stay away from trading US dollar. They also had Canadian dollar. Also had the Canadian dollar, their unemployment came out as well, and so there's a bit of volatility around both of those. So I would have avoided them, but these ones, the Aussie Swiss and the Euro Kiwi, should have been fine to trade. Euro Kiwi. I think you're trying to fit a round peg in a square hole with that trend line. You can start there. You probably should come across here. And look at this horizontal support line you've got. I don't really see higher highs and higher lows. Yes, you can argue the case that this is a higher high than that, but to my mind, it's just going sideways, really. However, you've got higher highs, yes, 15,200, correct or not, resistance, yes, or support. Excuse me, support, horizontal support, RSI convergence, bearish price action. Hang on a second. If you're going long, it shouldn't be bearish, it should be bullish. Fib resistance, trend line resistance, and I think that's a bit. So you would not really have trend line resistance there. Yeah, you're not getting that resistance. Okay, notice where I drew my trend line compared to yours. And you haven't even hit any lows here. You've just gone across so you can get to this one here, which I think is wishing rather than seeing it. Okay. All right. This morning, this one's come in from this morning. Higher highs, higher lows. Yes. Bullish price action. Yep. Trying to say hidden divergence there. It's this one. Is that because this is the last time it was on the 50? Even if you said from there, you'd still have hidden divergence, wouldn't you? I'll bring that low there. Trend line, 2 touches. Yep, perfect. Target, yes. Fibonacci, where have you gone from there? Okay, so we've got the 786. Just dotted line at horizontal level, is it? A weak one? Yeah. Okay, it all looks pretty good. It's a good analysis. I know your question is, you think the euro is going south? Oh, sorry, you think the euro is going north? I think it's going south from a fundamental point of view. Even if you did your fib from here, I wonder what it's bouncing off. Off the 50 nicely, isn't it? So, yeah, that looks good. The analysis is sound. I'm not going to do it because it's goes against my fundamental belief. But you're more than welcome to trade that. Chad Swiss. Okay. Some questions on this. Friday bar is a lower high, lower low, and it's a bearish bar. It's not overbought, and then oversold yet. Not in the buy region. Do you think this justifies taking some precaution to protect profit when it stops at the break-even? Yep, protect your capital. Certainly, if it looks like it's bouncing off that double bottom, you could lock in some profit by reducing your exposure and letting the rest run. Take some volume out of the market and lock in some profit and let the rest run. Absolutely, there's nothing wrong with that. There's a good chance that it could be bouncing off that double bottom. Yeah, it's not yet oversold. There's still some room on the downside there. But yes, taking profit, it could be a brilliant idea. Euro dollar. Time takes to go long, swinging low off trend line support with the 61.8. RSI hitting bullish divergence. Bullish divergence from this low to this low. Yes. 618. Interesting why you've done your fib from there. Yes. So drawing your fib from this one here, surely you'd do it off this one here. Have you moved that just so you can get the 618? I see why you wouldn't do it. If you're going to, this one here is a bit random to do it from. But yeah, look, my fundamental view of the world is not always right, mate. So if you want to take this trade, go for it. And, if you're going to do this phase 2, we'll start this on the 4 hour. Again, I prefer it to be coming on the dailies on the 50 EMA. I think that's just a little weak might work for you. Or it might not by the look at that. So the yen's getting pretty strong actually across the board. So yeah, I prefer to be coming off here. Also 50 EMA when rather than doing a 4-hour phase 2. This week, yeah, off the 20 when the daily's in the 20, I think it's a weaker concept. Euro pound. I plan to take this trade, but now I see the price is not so bullish anymore. Trend reversal long support. Not strong, but there is support. Minor divergence there. Not so bullish anymore. That's good. Your risk reward on this would also be quite weak, I would suggest. Fibonacci extension. Don't really get into the extended zone, do we? But don't hit the 1.272. And you'd have to say that drawing it, this fib here is a rather weak concept for, I'd say, drawing that. So you do get in there, I'd say that's pretty weak reasoning. That's not really a phase 2, it's just going sideways. So I think that one should be left alone. Find better trades. Okay, so that is all the emails. So I'll now go through charts for you and just quickly say, yeah, that's gone. Still hasn't done a cycle back yet. It's not in an extension zone yet either. Aussie Swiss, we've looked at this a couple of times. There's little train tracks here. This would be looking to sell it off this if it gets there. Horizontal support. There's now resistance, and that's the 50 fib at the same time. So the 50 EMA at the same time. So any sort of selling around here, like it was here, would be looking at taking that short again. Aussie yen, nothing. Aussie Kiwi. Interestingly, it's at the 2, floating around the 2 extension. And there's divergence there. There's a potential trade here. It's highly risky because it's a very strong downtrend. 120 odd pip stop for 140 1-to-1. It's not really ideal. Certainly not trying to trade against that extreme downtrend. Selling pressure. I think that is best left alone. Aussie Sing. Similar to the Aussie Swiss, we need to see some selling. I haven't seen that yet. 50 EMA. Do we have a strong horizontal or a horizontal level here? Somewhere around there. Need price to come back underneath that for a trade. Aussie US. same thing. Need to see selling. There's no opportunity to buy just yet. Need to see selling. Cat Swiss missed that trade. It's carrying on. Yeah, you're not going to get an entry on that, and it's not at the extension zone yet. Slight divergence at this stage, but no real sign of any buyers. It's gone. Nothing there to trade. Getting close to coming back into our buy zone. We can find a horizontal along here. There might be some interest in this. Yeah, we need to find a horizontal level rather than just these two highs. Something a bit stronger, preferably, to see the market react to that. But it's getting close. Maybe in a couple of days' time, it might be a trade. Same with this one. In a couple of days' time, there's nothing yet. It's still doing its phase 2. And that one's still in its phase 1. Get to sort of up to the 1.272. No sign of selling yet, but you might look at that and see if there's decent risk reward on it. Any divergence? Not really. Euro Swiss, no interest. We shouldn't be trading that. Euro pound, as I said, it's there's nothing there for us. Euro yen, same as the Swiss yen. It's getting down towards an area where we'd be interested in buying. Euro Kiwi, we see that as a mess. We have done a cycle underneath this. If you're looking to short it, 61.8. We've done a cycle underneath this, so there might be something there for you tomorrow. Keep an eye on that one. Do your checklist. You guys are going long this one today. By all means, personally, I'm leaving it alone. That's just fundamentals. This one is also yet to finish its phase 2. Yeah. Trade that with it. 300 pip stop. Ouch. 200 pip target. No thanks. Must have at least 1.5. It's gone through the sell zone. Overdone. No divergence yet. So nothing for us available at this stage. It's all just converging. Converging, yes. Look to buy it down around here somewhere over 618. Not just yet. And no divergence there for us to sell it. false divergence there. See that clear divergence here? I think the risk reward on this is going to make it difficult though. 220, 350. It's already run past our entry though. Do your checklist on that. What do you got? Do we have a strong horizontal that it's reacting to? We need to go to N signal so I can get back further data. I don't think it's alright. Not much out there is showing us just yet. You need to look at that in e-signal. And, but it's still doing its phase 2 and there's 300 pips in it, so it could be worth a shot. This one we looked at before, you're probably in this with your stop underneath here. Your short stop should be underneath this one when this one closes. Might save yourself a third of your risk. Instead, nothing setting up yet for that either. That's a low test bar. $200 pip stop. This has got 200 pips to it on the upside. Coming off the 20 anyway. So it's a bit weak. I'll leave that one alone as well. I test with that 2 mark. Trade should have been on Friday. Underneath that, I'm risking 112 pips. Target of 160. 1.5. Not bad. So your entry should have been 86.17. Where's it trading now? 12 pips lower. Well, look, if it comes back up to 86.17 today, you can get in, then it could be worth the trade because you've got all the rules that are here. There's your divergence. There's surely a horizontal level here, which was up here a while ago. There you go. Horizontal level. That's your horizontal level that it's reacting to. So, yeah, if you can get 86.17, it might be worth, today's bar only, might be worth the opportunity because there's reasonable risk reward on that of 150 pips, 1.5 times your risk. Try and break through that. Try and break through that high there. I really don't like this. It's very messy. And the resistance at about 85 and support at 82 is just really messy. I wouldn't trade that. Although it does leave some buying interest there, I just leave that one alone too. Well, it's up to you, but you guys can take that if you want. Me, you're in the middle of the range. range being across there, across here, in the middle of it. This is flat. RSI is starting to get to the upside, so I'd leave that alone. This one, I need to go back and see if there's a horizontal. So that around there. No divergence yet, so got to wait and see on that one. Again, it's lower highs, lower lows. Is there a horizontal? Do you want to sell US dollar when they're tapering? Kind of already run away anyway. I'd like to see a cycle underneath the EMA. And that's doing its phase 2 as well. Same as the other yen crosses. It's down here, you want to be buying it, and you've missed the opportunity to sell it. Not there yet. Down here, you want to be buying this. $217, $258, not really ideal. It's too large for that. Again, wait for go with the trend. Okay, alright guys, that's it for today. No emails are coming through regarding to questions, so we shall talk to you tomorrow. If you've got any questions or anything, just email them to me, and otherwise we'll chat tomorrow. Thanks.